Hi guys, I'm Anita and I'm back with another video because today I went to the library, so it's time for another library haul. As I said in my previous videos, my library hauls wouldn't be as big as they used to be because there's no way I can get through 13 books a month, even though a lot of them are graphic novels. So my aim is to try and only take out between 1 and 3 regular books and then a couple of graphic novels if I feel like it. And this time there's just been announced that there's a new readathon going to happen around the 17th of June, which is the Getting Graphic readathon, which is a graphic novel or manga where you read all of the graphic novels that you feel like. I really want to participate in that, but when I went to the library today, there wasn't a very big selection of the ones that I wanted, so I only got a couple of them. But then I'll probably reserve a couple of at the library and hope that they'll get in before then so that I can read them. And also, let me just say, I said that I wanted a Discworld book every time I went to the library. Because I really enjoy that series now. I just finished Sorcery today before I handed in that book at the library, and I enjoy that as well. Rincewind might not be my favorite Discworld sub-series, definitely not my favorite character, but still I had a lot of fun reading it, and there are I just like Terry Pratchett's humor, and there's a few laugh out loud moments again, and yeah, I just enjoyed it, and I just want to read them all because I think that he's a great author. He was a great author, and I'm sad that I didn't notice him before he passed away, who apparently passed away way too early. I don't think he was very old, but yeah. But then I went to the library because I wanted the next book, and I noticed that they don't have the next books at the library, and I was so angry because I was sure that I was going to be able to read them all. The thing is, I do have access to all of the audios on one of my platforms, but I just didn't really enjoy the first two audios that much, so that's why I wanted to read them instead. And so I was pretty sad for a while there and thinking I would have to go back to the audio format again. But then when I got home, I noticed I have them on my Overdrive library, all of them, so crisis averted. I still will be able to read the ebooks, and I'll be reading one every month. I hope. That is my plan, at least. So I haven't gotten any of those yet, but the next book that I'll be reading from that series is going to be Weird Sisters, which is the second book in the Witches series and book 6 in the Discworld series. So now let's get into the two regular books. Actually, I have 3, you could call them regular books, but one of them has a lot of pictures in it. So I'm gonna go with the other 2 books because they are real books. The first one of those is The Sword of Shannara by Terry Brooks. I don't know anything about this book. I've seen this title and I think a lot of booktubers have read it, and so I'm interested. It's a bit chunky. It was in the young adult section, but I love that this is a library copy and they have really large fonts, so they're gonna be read pretty fast. Do you remember when I said that they have really boring spines? This is how the spines will look. Always. Sort of. So yeah, it's not always easy to find anything captivating, but this was actually, yeah, I was on the lookout for this one because I'd seen that they had it at a library, so I wanted to pick it up. And the other book that I'm also holding in my hand right now is the sequel to Steelheart. It is Firefight by Brandon Sanderson, the sequel to Steelheart. And I really enjoyed Steelheart. It had a lot of twists and turns, and it was such a different sort of pacing to these books than his high fantasy novels. And I like the fact that in this world, all of the superheroes, the people with superpowers, are actually villains. They're not, because when they use the power, they become villainous. And I think that's really interesting, and I can't wait to see where this series will go in the next book. And I know that they also have the 3rd and final book at the library. I think they actually just had it translated, so that was really nice. Now the next book is partly a book, partly with a lot of pictures. I'm not sure if this will work for the Getting Graphic because there's a bit of text in it, but the majority of it is actually pictures. It's The Invention of Hugo Cabret by Brian Selznick. I have seen so many people read this. I watched the movie Hugo and I really enjoyed it, and I know this is what it was adapted after, and I'm super interested in this. And it's partly all of these pictures. Well, oh, what? There's a Pokemon card in this one. I got a Pokemon card. What is it? Supersonic. I got this card. Tell me if it's a good card I got. I don't think it is. It don't even have 3 of these. I don't know what to look for, but yeah. Okay. But it's filled with these sort of pictures, and then there's a lot of pictures, and then there's the text, and then there's more pictures coming in the later part of it. So I'm thinking it's going to be quite a fast read. But I don't know if it will work for the Getting Graphic readathon, so Caitlin, please let me know if it will work or if it's too much text. Anyway, I got one graphic novel and 1 manga that I wanted to get started on. The manga that I wanted to get started on is Fruits Basket by Natsuki Takaya. I'm butchering the name. I know that I've seen this around BookTube a lot, and a lot of people really enjoy this manga series. So this is the first volume, and I'm interested in it, and I probably should have gotten some more of it, but I wanted to check it out first and see what it would be about. And the graphic novel that I got is Coraline by Neil Gaiman. I don't know if this is also written in a written form, but I wanted to read the graphic novel edition. I haven't read this book by Neil Gaiman before, but I'm interested. I am not at all sure what this is about, and if the graphics are interesting or... This is sort of what the paneling looks like. I'm interested in this, so let's see what I like about it. So these were my book stack from the library for this time around, and we'll see how long I'll be having them on my shelves. Hopefully I'll actually manage to hand them in again in July, because I don't have as many this time, and I'm excited about that. So I'm happy about my library haul. Let me know in the comments down below if you have been to the library recently and what you got, if you're happy with your library selection. Sometimes I'm not super happy with it at my library, but I think they're kind of slow in getting the translated books, and they don't have a big selection of English books. But it is good for finding, you know, sort of those really popular authors that has been around for a while. You can easily check them out if you want to, like classic authors, or it's like also authors like Stephen King. I think they have the majority of his novels there, and translated obviously, but I was just super disappointed about their Discworld selection. They only have 5 of the books, and then they did have 1 or 2 more from the series, but they're like they're so long into the series that I couldn't read them now anyway. I think it might be that they've gotten rid of a lot of the books in library sales or something, because not a lot of people are reading them any longer. I'm not sure about that, and I know that it is like between 35 and 40 books in this series, so it is a lot of books to have, but I definitely thought they would have more. But yeah, I'm happy that at least the Overdrive library actually have almost all of them. I think there are 2 titles that I couldn't find on there, but I know that I'll be able to listen to the audios of those ones, and I'll be okay with that because it's only a couple of them. I think Eric is one of those that wasn't on my Overdrive library, but I'm excited about my library haul this time. And yeah, let me know in the comments if you've read any of this, if you want to buddy read any of the books. That will also be pretty fun if you have access to that. This was all I had for you today. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video very, very soon. Goodbye!